The only part remaining right now is to invoke these product listing components from the home component. Let me go to the home component. Inside the home component, first I need to import product listings. After importing, I can try to render this product listings component just after the page heading component. To this product listings component, my home component should pass the list of products that it should process and display on the UI. But from where my home component is going to get all these products? In an ideal situation, when an end user is trying to access the home page, all the product details will be fetched from an backend application. Based upon the response from the backend application, those products details will be given as an input to these product listings. But as of now, we are ready to develop the backend application. We will soon move on to the backend application in the coming sections. But for now, to make our homepage works perfectly without any issues, what we can do is we can try to populate the products dummy data within the UI application itself. How to do that? It's very easy. I'm going to guide you step by step. First, we need to create a new folder under the SRC. Let me create the folder with the name as data, because inside this folder only, I'm going to maintain all the products related data. Inside this folder, let me create a new file with the name products.js. I'm not using JSX. I'm trying to use simple JavaScript extension because I'm not going to write any JSX code inside this file. Once this file is created, I'm going to paste a few lines of code. You can get this content from the GitHub repo as well. As you can see, this file has around 275 lines of code. I don't recommend you also typing this code. You can simply get this content from the GitHub repo. Let's try to understand what do we have inside this file. Inside this file, we have a products array. Inside this array, we are trying to populate multiple product details. So in total, how many product details are available? There are 30 different product details available inside the products array. Each product object element present inside this array is going to have all these details. The very first property is what is the product ID, followed by what is the name of the product, what is the description, what is the price, what is the popularity of the product. Popularity means how popular this product inside the website. And this popularity is going to be calculated based upon how many purchases are happening inside the website. At last, what is the image URL? It is very easy to understand all these properties and their values except this image URL. Let's try to understand from where this image URL is coming. If you navigate to the top of this page, you'll be able to see there are multiple import statements. Each import statement, it is trying to import the image details from the assets folder. As of now, we don't have any images inside the assets folder. We're going to set up these images in few minutes. We're trying to refer to a subfolder with the name stickers inside the assets, and inside this stickers subfolder, we're going to have these PNG image files. For this path, I'm trying to give a name, and the same name I'm trying to refer under the image URL. This way, I'm trying to maintain the path of my images inside my UI application. In real production applications, this image URL path can be loaded from the database or can be loaded from the cloud storage. But for our simple application, since we are yet to set up backend application, this setup should be fine. With this file, what we have achieved, we populated 30 different product details along with their image path details. As a next step, we need to set up all these images under the assets. Let me go to the assets folder. Under this assets folder, I'm going to create another subfolder with the name stickers. Under these stickers, I'm going to paste all the images that I have with me. You can get these images from the GitHub repo. Under the section 3 code, under this EasyStore-UI, if you go to the stickers folder, there'll be images. Download all those images and paste them under this sticker subfolder. Let me confirm the paste operation and you'll be able to see right now I have all these images. Don't try to rename these images and don't try to change anything, because if you try to rename an image, you need to make changes inside these products.js as well. Here you may have a question, which is why I have pasted all my images under assets but not under the public, because both public and assets, they are meant to maintain the static content like images. There is a very good reason why I'm trying to maintain these images under assets instead of public. As we discussed in the previous section, whenever we are maintaining some static files under the assets, those static files will be processed by the Vite build tool during the build process, and it is going to perform some optimizations. It will make sure all the static files like images, they are optimized for better caching. One more beauty of Vite is, in case if you have some 1000 images under these stickers, but you end up using only 100 images inside your source code, remaining all 900 images nowhere you are using. So those 900 images will be ignored during the build process by the Vite, and the final deployment code that you're going to get from the build process, they will not have those 900 unused images. Whereas if you paste something under the public folder, those static files will not be optimized by the Vite build tool. It is not going to touch those static files. It is going to process them and display them without any optimizations. Even if there are unused files inside your public folder, still Vite is not going to ignore them. It will still copy all those unused files into the final deployment code. So since I'm looking for some optimizations, I'm trying to maintain the static files inside the assets folder. Usually static files like robot.txt, which is related to SEO, logo files, favicon files, or any videos which you don't want to be optimized by the Vite, all such files can be maintained under the public folder. I hope you're clear. Coming to the point on how to import the images or static files from the public folder, it's very easy. Whenever you are trying to import an image from the public folder, you just have to start directly the file name like /evili.png. In case if you have any other subfolders inside the public, you need to mention those subfolders before your image name. Otherwise, you can directly mention the image name. Whereas for the images under the assets, you need to import just like components. You need to mention the path. For example, this products is present inside the data folder. So to come outside, we need to mention these two dots. Once we navigate outside, we will be under the SRC folder. Under this SRC folder, we need to go to the assets followed by stickers followed by what is the image name. This is how you can import the images from both public and assets folder. With this, I'm assuming we set up everything around the data inside our UI application. Let me go to the home.jsx, and here first I'll try to import the products array that we have inside the products.js. So let me type products, which is available under the data/products.js. As a next step, we can try to pass this products array as an input to the product listings. So the key name is also products, and to this key, I'm going to send the products array as an input. Since this is a JavaScript expression, I'm trying to surround this products array with the curly braces. I'm assuming we are done with all the changes. Let me stop the application and try to restart one more time because we set up a lot of static files. I just wanted to make sure the build is completed from scratch. Once the build is completed, we can come to our home page and hooray! We are able to see all our beautiful stickers on the UI. I'm so happy that we made so much of progress. And as we are making progress, we learned a lot of new concepts as well. I hope you're liking this approach and you're also developing this application along with me. We can try to hover on these images, but there is a problem that I observe here. As of now, we are only displaying the image, but not other details like price and name and description. Let me see what is the issue. Seems I made some silly mistake around the div elements alignment. Just after this image, I should close the div, and with that, I don't need the last div. And I should also make sure I am moving all these footer related div just under the product card details div. So let me press enter here and paste this div. With this adjustment, I'm assuming the issue should be resolved. Let me save these changes, and in the UI, I'm able to see all the product details. So this is the price, this is the product name, and this is the product description, and this is the image. The hovering functionality is also working fine. For now, if you click on these images, nothing is going to happen. But we're going to enhance this application as we make progress inside this course.